Hello guys, welcome back to the yet another new episode of Globescope. I'm Preeti More from Global Career Crafters, addressing all your queries related to abroad education. So today's concern that we are addressing is what should be the application timeline of your overall procedure, how and when you should start with the applications. So let me tell you, different countries and different universities have their own pattern of applications. We cannot pinpoint the deadlines or the application start dates to all the universities universally similar. So it differs from universities to universities. A lot of time it differs from the country to country as well. For example, if we talk particularly about United Kingdom, UK, we will find that the universities are quite lenient with the application deadlines. They have sufficient time provided to the students for making applications. There are some very flexible universities who will keep the applications on across the whole year for 12 months, which is called as repetitive cyclic applications. So they don't have a deadline as such, but not all, of course. If we are talking about USA, so they normally have the major intakes are two major intakes, we can call them. One, of course, the fall, as you already might be knowing, and the second major intake is spring. Now when we talk about fall intake, it means we're talking about July or August intake, and the spring comes in the January intake, which is the second intake of the academic year. So now we have to keep this in mind. If you are, we are talking about USA and we are talking about fall intake. So if you are, let's take an example, targeting the fall 24, that is July-August 2024 intake, it's very much recommended that you should be ready with all your scores, all your documents, and of course the university that you aspire to get into, with all these thoughts completely ready, something like December 15th. So 15th of December, you should be ready with your score sheets, your resumes, your SOPs. 90% of the things should be ready. As per the Indian academic calendar, your 7 semesters, I'm just assuming that you are in the third year of your bachelor's engineering and you're going for the master's. We are just taking that as an example. So by 15th of December, if you're ready with your scores and the documents and all this, as soon as you finish your 7th semester examinations, your scores of 7th semester will be out by something like first week of January, and that is the time when you immediately have to make applications to the universities. Now another point of concern is there are universities who will close before that. They'll close down the applications before that. There are few such universities who will close their applications maybe something like 30th December. There are few who will close down by 15th December. So you have to make it a point that you speak to your counselor, that is us, beforehand, and you decide the whole plan properly so that you don't face any issues with the deadlines of the applications. Because when it is the point of the documentation, the SOP drafting, your resume corrections or editing or whatever is required, it will take some time. So make it a point that you are ready prior to the deadlines. You should have enough time in your hands. If we are talking about Canada, you need to again keep in mind that Canada is in a huge demand yet, okay? So the applications are filled up very soon. The universities, their quota is filled up very soon. So if you are at all targeting the fall 24, that is in Canada would be something like September 2024, the applications may close down by January. Some colleges, if you talk about the postgraduate diplomas in some colleges, I wouldn't take the names because there are a lot of colleges, they might close down by 1st January also. So guys, if you are targeting September 24 in Canada, make it a point that you are ready with your scores and documents before January. If we talk about something like Australia for that matter, or Germany, then you don't need to worry because they have time. The applications may start something like February or March, and the intakes In Australia would be in July, and Germany is still open. Like if we are talking about the fall 24 intake, Germany might be open till October. Now again, it differs from universities to universities. If you are targeting public universities in Germany, then it's going to be a tough nut again, because you have to be ready with your scores, you have to be ready with your semester mark sheets, your results and everything. And I would recommend you, if you are targeting the winter intake 24 for Germany, you should make it a point that you are ready with the things by 1st of January, because 15th January most of the universities will close down their applications. So I think we are a little clear about the timelines that you have to follow. To again bring it in a nutshell, your scores related to the GRE and the pre-required examinations like GRE, IELTS or TOEFL, you should be ready 1 year prior, because now it's really getting competent. The universities are closing down very soon. So when you are targeting the fall 24 intake, you please make it sure that you are ready with your scores by November 23, for example. Then it wouldn't be a problem. The process will become flawless for you. Talking about countries like Australia, as I already said, they will be open till something like March, April, again depending on the universities and depending on their quota. So it's always advised that you be ready with your things. Don't wait till the 11th hour. Don't wait till the university declares the deadline, because the process takes time. For lodging your application to going the application going to your university, getting it submitted takes a little processing time, so you need to consider that as well. Further, in the same context, I'll also once again speak about the start dates. So the fall intakes normally start from July to September depending on the different countries. Australia has 2 intakes majorly. One, July intake, which is called as the first cycle, and second major intake of Australia is February, which is called as the second cycle. Other than that also, they'll have a little bit of here and there intakes, not all universities. So when you are deciding about the country, the university, the intake that you want to go in for, I will suggest get in touch with your counselor and decide, be ready with your decisions prior to the deadline, so that you have a hassle-free procedure. Thank you so much for listening to us. Please do like, share and subscribe to our channel, and do comment if you have any other queries which you want us to address. All the best guys. Thank you.